They don't need to understand you. And they're not meant to. That's the first truth you must accept if you ever want real peace. The moment you stop chasing approval, the moment you stop waiting for people to agree with you, that's when you step into your true strength. You stop reacting. You stop being a puppet of public opinion. And you begin to live from within. Most people are addicted to being seen, heard, and understood. They dilute their truth just to be accepted. They explain, justify, and apologize for who they are, hoping someone will nod and say, "I get you." But here's the reality: the more you crave to be understood, the less peace you'll ever know. Why? Because misunderstanding is the default. Clarity is rare. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. That includes people's opinions, their judgments, and their inability to grasp your truth. They don't see your vision. They don't feel your pain. They don't live your reality. And they don't have to. What matters is this: can you stay grounded when no one claps for you? Can you walk through silence, criticism, and rejection without flinching? That's where peace begins. That's where power is built. Because peace doesn't come from being praised, it comes when you stop needing praise at all. You are not here to entertain. You are not here to perform. You are not here to win the crowd. You are here to build yourself, your values, your discipline. The Stoics knew this. They didn't chase applause, they chased virtue. Epictetus said, "If you wish to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." Let that sink in. Be okay with being misunderstood. Be okay with being dismissed. Because real growth doesn't scream, it whispers. It's subtle. It's internal. And if you're really evolving, the world won't recognize you. Not at first. Peace doesn't live in loud applause. It lives in quiet conviction. You could spend your whole life explaining your heart to people committed to misreading it. People who don't want to understand, they want to control, shrink, and label you. And every time you defend yourself, you hand them more power. But what happens when you stop defending? When you rise in silence, move in purpose, and speak only through action? You become untouchable. You become calm. You become dangerous. Here's a truth you already feel: needing to be understood is a soft form of weakness. It's a silent cry for permission. And that cry will chain you forever. Seneca said, "The greatest obstacle to living is expectancy, which hangs upon tomorrow and loses today." Stop expecting people to understand. Start living anyway. You don't need to justify your growth. You don't need approval to become the person you were meant to be. Rejection will come. Pain will come. But these are signs of motion, not failure. Because the closer you get to your purpose, the more resistance you'll face, especially from those closest to you. Friends, family, the familiar, they'll say you've changed. They'll say you're distant, cold, arrogant. That's not your truth, it's their fear. And the old version of you might have tried to explain. But not anymore. Because now you know, peace doesn't come from being accepted. It comes from being aligned with your values, your purpose, your path. You build silence like armor. You walk in calm defiance. You stop proving. You just exist whole and solid. People will ask why you're quiet. Because peace doesn't scream. They'll ask why you don't defend yourself. Because truth doesn't argue. They'll say you think you're better. But you're just done asking for permission to be yourself. The stronger you become, the less you speak. Not out of fear, but out of mastery. You've faced yourself. You've seen your darkness. You've stood in solitude and didn't run. That's what real strength is. That's what it means to live like a Stoic warrior. To endure silence. To walk misunderstood. To become unshakable. The world is full of noise, people screaming to be seen. But not you. You've chosen something higher. Let them doubt you. Let them misjudge you. Let them whisper about you with confusion. You have no time to explain greatness to small minds. No energy to beg for recognition. Because now, everything you do is for your inner alignment, your inner stillness, your inner freedom. And here's the paradox. The less you explain, the louder your presence becomes. The less you seek validation, the more you become a magnet for respect. The quieter you get, the more power you hold. So let go. Flow like water, soft, adaptive, and unstoppable. Stand like stone, still, heavy, unmoved. You don't need to explain your weight. You just carry it. Live with such integrity that misunderstanding doesn't sting. That silence feels like freedom, not loneliness. You were never meant to be understood by the crowd. You were meant to walk in truth. To master your mind. To take the harder path, even if no one walks it with you. Peace isn't when they cheer. It's when you no longer need them to. It's when you clap for yourself in the dark, with no spotlight, no audience, and no applause. That's where the real ones are forged. That's where the Stoic rises. And if you can accept that, if you can stop needing to be understood, then you'll finally find what you've been searching for all along. Not applause. Not attention. Not validation. But peace. And that is worth everything.